Do you know the difference between a Panzer IV-F and a Panzer IV-G? Does your partner roll their eyes whenever you open your mouth when there's a combat scene in a movie? Do you spend an unhealthy amount of time looking at tables of organization and equipment from now former countries? Then this game might be for you. Welcome to Gravity Team Tactics Mius Front, a game made by the Ukrainian developer Gravity Team Tactics, which I will call Mius Front from now on. What is this game? What is Mius Front? In my opinion, it's a battle simulator. This sets it aside from normal games in the genre of strategy games. It might sound a bit pretentious almost saying this, because why aren't you just saying it's a like RTS or a war game or something like this? But I will get back into that later, because I don't think it's exactly like everything else that or anything else that I've played so far in the genre. It has a narrow scope, which it focuses on. It's the Eastern Front during the years 41 to 43. And I mean, when I say narrow, it's kinda just the biggest battlefield, in all of mankind's history. But, setting a game, usually when you make World War II games, or what I've noticed, they try to, have Western Front, Eastern Front, maybe Pacific, something like this. But here they have made a choice. We will have it just in this time frame and on this place. So, what is it that actually sets this apart from other war games and games in the genre? Well, focus on historical accuracy, the attention to detail, and mainly, I would say, almost mainly, the way you interact with this game is different from what I've seen so far in many other games. So, when it comes to historical accuracy, I could say this wholeheartedly, that every operation is a history lesson. Every time I've played this game and done an operation, I've learned something new. They show us a specific set of days, like during a specific time, a specific place, and they model it extremely accurately. The maps are so accurate to real life that you can go to Google Maps and check out where the place was in real life, and you will see instantly where you are. The units that are on the map that you're controlling, they were there in real life as well. You will not find, for example, if you're playing on the Eastern Front in 41, you will not have Tigers, you will not have Panzerfausts, you will not have all these great, you will not see German infantry with Sturmgewehrs in 1942. This will not happen in this game, and I love it for that. And when it comes to the way you interact with this game, it's not like any other game I've seen. What you can see and what the computer can see, these are two totally different things. You can only hope, for example, if you're pushing up, you have an enemy tank spotted somewhere, and you want to engage it with your own tank. You can only give your tank the order to roll into a position and hope that it's able to spot it from there. When you give your infantry squads their orders, you can tell them what you want them to do. You can tell them, oh, I want you to move like this and have this readiness, and I want you to react to fire by doing this. But you can't, for example, if they start getting engaged with an MG and start getting suppressed, you cannot just right click on the MG with the infantry squad. This will not go well. Actually, even trying to micro intensively is punished in this game with a system in the game which we will explore later when we are actually playing. You might be wondering at this point now, is this a tutorial? The answer is kinda, because I'm still new to this game, and when I say new, I've put about 150 hours in it. There are people I've seen on Steam forums and such things, they have thousands of hours put into this, I would say even kinda niche game from, 2013 I think. It tells you a lot when a game has this kind of cult following. If you have the same interests as we do who like this game, you will probably like it too. But with that said, the main purpose for me is I just want to show the game to a new audience. If you're looking at this video and you've never played the game before, or you never even heard of it, I would be really happy if you tried it out. just check it out, and if it's not for you, fine, but if it is for you, and because I know there are people just like me out there who really enjoy these kind of things, who are a bit acoustic, one could say, then this game is perfect for someone like me or someone like you. And as well, when I play the game, hopefully you can watch and you can learn something. And because I will try to explain a little bit, what am I doing, why am I doing it. And if you're watching this and you don't know anything, and you maybe bought the game recently, maybe that's why you're looking at this video, maybe you can learn something as I do it. I just want to say though, I can be completely wrong. Don't take my words like for some kind of gospel. And I mean, there is a manual for this game, like every like good war game out there, there's some PDF manual you have to read. But first of all, who reads that? It's 2025. Second of all, I mean, a lot of the mechanics, you know, I don't think they're very like written out or anything, so it's a lot of trial and error, I would say, learning this game. And for me, I have some experience playing similar games, Combat Mission series and so on, and even Steel Panther's main battle tank. Shout out to anyone who knows about that game. Anyway, I know about hard to use interfaces and usually how these kind of developers think, because they are also acoustic just like me. But you know, if you aren't and you're just trying to understand how can I play this game, I just want to do a battle, watch my video and maybe we can you know, maybe what I'm doing is just the little last thing you need to be able to play the game. Now, going back to some of the stuff I said earlier about the accuracy of the maps, I will just show you this little example from the base game. Actually, this is not a DLC map, this is a big map called Stepanovka, which is about Mount Saur-Mogila to the west side of the map and the surrounding villages of Stepanovka, Marinovka, and Saur-Mogilsky village, as well as the small little ones to the south there. Just look now. This is the Google Maps. I took a screenshot just directly off the Google Maps from like a week ago, and you can see this is so accurate. I mean, sure, some roads are drawn, you know, a bit different, and if you zoom in, some house will maybe not be there, and there's maybe some houses removed and some places like this. But for the most part, it's extremely accurate. All the ground is satellite image, and you know, they have done some geo scanning of the areas. They have been there. The developers are actually from Kharkiv, Ukraine, so they can go here and they can look at these old places. They can talk to the people, actual people who are there, everything like this. It's extremely interesting. But yeah, so if you play this game and you think, is this how it looked like, I can be pretty sure to say it's probably the closest you can get in a game of how it looked back then. And this is something that I, at least for one, appreciate a whole lot, because no other way can I look at these maps, this Google map image, and think about, okay, I did that there, I did this here. And usually I have found, weirdly enough, when I look at, for example, historical pages about you know, the battle that I just played, well, the units, you know, that I used to push maybe along that you see the road east of Stepanovka, you're pushing south from it along the T0510 marked one in the game. You push south along with it, and the units that I fought with there, those were the real people who fought there as well. And just having that in a game and controlling it and seeing it and being able to look at a modern map, I could probably go there in real life and just see these places and imagine and think about the things that happened there a lot of years ago. What is it? It's 80 years ago now, World War II. But you can still go there, you can still look at these maps, and you can imagine what happened. And with this game, more than any other medium I can think about, like movie, you can watch a movie, you can listen to a podcast, you can read a historical book, anything like this, sure. But now you are interacting with it yourself in a whole other way. And I'm not saying that the game is a documentary or like in any way, shape or form it should be taken as like a historical document. But I know the developers have done an amazing job creating this game and taken very great care to that it will be historically accurate, and then what happens, what you do in the campaign is up to you. But I know for a fact that some of these campaigns are extremely well made historical documents, so take that for what you will. Now I'm gonna touch a bit on the 2 campaigns I've played this far in the game. And another fun fact, whilst we're at it, looking at this image in the background here I put in the slide, this is actually from a place in game. This is just southeast of Saur Magila mountain, or well, in my opinion it's a hill, but you know. Anyway, this was a highly strategic point for the campaigns and the operations around this area, both in real life and in game, because from the top of this hill you have supreme eyesight and or visibility from over the surrounding areas. So it was a fought over hill. It was regained and lost control multiple times during the war, even as far as one time having a Soviet attack up on the mountain with I think 700 or 600 Soviet attackers who ended up in hand-to-hand combat even with the German defenders on top. The only reason, by the way, that I know that it's from the southeast this picture is taken is because I can orient myself from what I've seen in the game. So only from having played around this hill in game, I can then in this real picture that was actually taken in the 40s know where I am right now, or where they are rather, not where I am. I'm in Sweden in a comfortable apartment, you know. I'm not on the Eastern Front, even though sometimes when you play this game long enough you start feeling like you're on the front. Anyway, I played 2 campaigns, 1941 and 43 campaigns as the Germans. My observations about 1941 is that it was a pretty easy campaign, basically a steamroll against poorly equipped, unsupported Soviet units with low morale in full retreat. So, I mean, you roll up on these Soviet dudes, you murk like 2-3 of them, and you roll up with your like infantry guys, and the Soviets will surrender. It's not hard. Your own Germans, they are highly motivated. You have support from artillery, everything you want, and you have good numbers of infantry to reinforce with. The campaign is over relatively quickly. There's not a whole lot of battles. I mean, you really have to provoke the Soviets to even get a battle. I feel like they are basically trying to head east as quick as possible. I think the campaign is set maybe around after the time of the Kiev pocket, the greatest encirclement and capturing prison taking in the warfare of, or history of warfare, something like that. I don't know if it's the greatest encirclement, but I think it is the greatest like taking of prisoners during war ever. So they probably are not so motivated to stay. Meanwhile, 1943, also a German historical victory, and I achieved a victory in game. So what I'm trying to say here is that in my experience it has not been hard fighting against the history of what happened. It's if something happened like historically, the game will let you learn basically why that was such where did the Germans have like concentration of armor here like in the 43 campaign, or were the Soviets in full disarray like in 41. You will learn these things through the game. The Soviets though, they are no longer the army in 41. The Red Army in 43 is a totally different beast. They're well equipped. A lot of on the squad level they have submachine guns and machine guns. They're very skilled in close quarters with these weapons, where they have also powerful grenades, F1 defensive grenades with a huge amount of shrapnel. They have the Molotov cocktails, and even as well they have the infantry carried anti-tank grenades, the RGDs, which they can destroy your panzers with quite easily if they get it, a good throw and it lands on the roof, the panzer is gone. They're motivated in a whole nother way. There's not anymore that you can shoot 2 or 3 guys and just march on them. They will fight in some cases very bravely. They're supported this time as well. Tanks, artillery, close air support, the IL-2s, they are there. So the classic Soviet engagement of bombardment with artillery, heavy bombardment, and then rolling up on you with waves of infantry supported by tanks, you will see it in this game. And it's nothing to scoff at. The Soviets might lose a lot of men, but they will make sure you lose men too, trust me. The Germans at this point have turned fanatical. The reason I even put this word is actually because when I was pushing, with some, I think it was SS units, and they had been in some heavy fighting, I was looking at their status, like, okay, I need to check on the guys. How are the guys doing? Okay, I look, morale, it says fanatical. I was like, okay, crazy. They're well armored as well. They're moving, a lot of them in tanks and APCs, well supported with artillery. But you do not have the reserves of the infantry, especially, or the reserves of the Soviets rather, especially not when looking at your infantry, which you will run out of from these artillery bombardments and Soviet infantry almost waves. And this will prove to be a problem because, I mean, it's easy to hold ground with, it's easy to take ground with the armor, with the tanks, but it's much harder to hold it with the tanks. You need infantry to fill out the line, and you will have to concentrate your forces as the Germans. You cannot think that you will keep the whole line just as steady. You will instead have to concentrate the force and dictate the operation by yourself. If you go on the defensive here, I think you will lose. Instead, you need to always be pushing forward, encircling enemies, and destroying the enemy in huge numbers so they do not get the time or initiative to mass up on you. So the total numbers of this was 18,000 Germans facing 48,000 Soviets. My end result looked like this. And the only reason I'm bringing up these numbers are not to say, oh, I'm such a grand strategist, I'm just a bro, Guderian just like me for real. No, that's not what happened. It's more like this is a very typical casualty ratio of the Eastern Front from the time. And the Germans were very skilled tactically. They were able to inflict loads of Soviet casualties in almost every engagement. But playing as them, I still felt like this is not going so well. I have lost so little compared to my enemy, but I felt very bad because I had no reserves to talk of. My infantry had been mauled. They had been through it, I mean, take for an example, one of my infantry squads, 10 guys, okay, they can kill 30 Soviets on their own if I position them well and I use them correctly. But at the end of that, they will have been bombarded, they will have been attacked, and they will have faced hard fighting, and they will be reduced in numbers. Maybe 4 guys remain of my German squad. And what will they do against the next 30 Soviets? Because the Soviets, they are able to put out another platoon. They lose a platoon, it's nothing to them. But for the Germans, especially deep inside the Soviet Union, they were not able to reinforce at nearly the same rate. And I think playing this campaign has given me a greater appreciation of this historical fact of why Germany lost the war. And talking about loss leaves me with my last slide of the presentation, with this quote from US Marine Corps Colonel T.E. Fehrenbach. The inexorable law of war is the destruction and replacement of rifle companies. And this is a quote which I've heard and I've read and thought about, but until actually playing this game, I don't think it was exactly how easy it was to do that, or how easy it was to destroy and or lose a rifle company, and how hard it was to replace them. Because you can watch a movie, you can watch a documentary, and you can listen to someone who was there, you can read these books, and they, of course, they give you a good insight into some things that happen, everything like this. And what I'm trying to get at though is that it's a different thing when you do it yourself. It's like with everything. I mean, for me at least, maybe some people learn in another way, but for me, doing something myself and seeing it for myself makes it so much clearer. So for example, sending an infantry company to its demise, or letting it hold a position which you know is unholdable, but it needs to be done for the operation. I mean, yeah, it's a game, and these are just numbers, you know, with casualties and so on. But when you really analyze it a bit further and think, these were probably, or well, this company existed, maybe they weren't put through this that I did, but from what I read on the Eastern Front, from first-hand accounts, I mean, this game does not do it justice even closely how brutal it was. I mean, hand-to-hand combat, like a lot of some German soldiers, they had like multiple, you know, of the close combat class, and probably the same for the Soviets, you know, they had the 40-50 close combat actions, some people, just in hand-to-hand combat, which is crazy. And then between that, you're getting bombarded by artillery, you're getting engaged by airplanes, by their attack planes, and you're in the mud, you're in the cold, you're in the snow. I mean, it was probably hell on earth. I mean, I can't even believe it lasting just a single day there. Probably just a normal day for these guys on the Eastern Front was worse than my worst day in life here in peaceful Sweden. And I think it's the same for most of you who are listening out there. Probably these guys went through much more in just a single day or week than we in peaceful countries do through our whole life. And I mean, I chose this picture here in the background. This is a German war cemetery with some care, because this is the effect of war. Regardless if they are Germans, Soviets, Americans, Brits, Japanese, French, whatever nationality you are, the end result of war is just that generations are lost and they are traumatized, and the people that survive, they come home and are broken men. And it takes so much time and effort to repair that. It's so horrible. The more I learn about war, the more of a pacifist I turn into. Of course, I understand that we need a national defense and countries need to be able to defend themselves. You should always be prepared for the worst, but if I could press a button and make war disappear, and I'm sorry guys, maybe I'm getting too, you know, deep and too like sappy about everything now, but I think it's worth thinking about when you're playing these kinds of games. It's not Call of Duty, it's not something like this, it's more, you're playing not just made up characters, these people, these units, I mean, you're playing the people that were there basically, you're controlling units that were fighting for real, and you're controlling them for a couple of hours. Imagine, you go into Operation Barbarossa, or you're German, you go into Operation Barbarossa, and you survive to 1945. Imagine the kind of stories you have, imagine the life you have lived. How can you ever become normal again? Same for the Soviets, who lost countless millions of men. So many people who died on the front. And how can a country ever become normal after that loss of life? How can you recover when everyone knows someone who's died? Everyone has someone injured. Every village, every man is injured or dead. And they come home, and if they're not injured in the body, they're injured in the mind. How can you ever recover from this? Is something I want to ask, or something I want to think about. And also thinking about today's situation in the world with Ukraine. How can Ukraine ever become a normal country again? How can the generation that fought this war ever become normal again? It's my generation as well. Guys in their 20s. No, I'm not gonna go too much deeper into this. It's just something that I like to keep in mind when playing this game, that it's not just a game. It's actually something more historical than this. It's something deeper than just a game. You're playing through something. You're playing through days where people died, and you're controlling it all. Basically, you're ordering people to die. So yeah, now let's get into the gameplay of this, and I'll see you there. Okay, so here we are guys in the main menu of Mius Front. This is what happens. You click campaign and you will see all your available campaigns. All the ones on the Kharkov defensive operation, or Kharkov, Korotych, Kommunar here. These are DLC from the Against the Tide DLC, I think. It's the one I bought now, at least. So the one I'm trying to, or that I want to show you. These green marked ones are the ones that I've completed. But we're gonna start off with the first one here, Korotych, 8th of March. So let's see what happens when we click here. There we go. Historical background. I don't know if I'm gonna want to read all that. You can read that. You can pause and read that if you want to. Basically, we are on the offensive towards Kharkov, and we are playing just one little part of this. We are playing the 1st Motorized Infantry Regiment, LSH, Leibstandard Adolf Hitler. I think it's that. Sent a tank group along the Kharkov-Lyubotin roadway in the direction of Pesochin. Combat mission. Move along the roadway towards Kharkov. Eliminate all resistance on the way to Pesochin. So, our mission is to run along this road and get to here, basically. As I can understand it. So let's start by doing just that. So what you do is you click all these are my units. We can actually check them out like this. Let's see here, order of battle groups, here we go. So we can check first, what do we have? We are part of the 4th Tank Army. We're part of the SS Tank Corps with SS Das Reich and SS Totenkopf. But we are SS Leibstandard Adolf Hitler. I would say just LSHA, which is also a mouthful. Oh my god. But we're the 1st Motorized Infantry Regiment, SS. So we have the regimental HQ. We have the 1st Company of the 1st Battalion, 2nd Company, 6th Company, 7th Company of the 1st Infantry Regiment. And then we also have the, what is this, 5th Company of the 1st Tank Battalion, 6th Company, and 7th Company. So that's what we got. We have no reserves or nothing like this. This is a very quick and simple scenario. It will be over in 4 turns, so I will try to just get as much action as I can from this. So one thing to think about, I will try to keep my tanks moving along the open ground, something like this, and the infantry moving up along the road. And as well, I'm gonna try to send some of them maybe along here. So what we have here is some sort of foliage between us and Korotic here as well. This is a we could call it our MSR going through the battle space. It's flanked, or it's covered with trees, so yeah. But I want one of you guys to move down here. Let's send up the regimental HQ and the divisional HQ up as well, so they're close to the action. So then you press next turn, enter. So there we go. We can see here, by 1750 on March 8th, German tanks encounter a tank ambush of 3 tanks northwest of Korotic. Having crushed the tank ambush, the German tank group reached Pesochin. 303rd Rifle Division units located in Pesochin were scattered. Only the division commander with several staff workers remain in place. So yeah, we can see that we're moving quite similarly to how they did in real life. So what I'm thinking is I want to get these guys. Okay, we can move you up here, would be pretty good. And then you this way, you this way, and you this way. We can move you guys into a flanking position. I will attack with this unit, I think. Yeah, this looks good. I could try and get my tank in here as well, as far as possible. But then we will have to deal with being in between these two. Actually, fuck it. Let's just go in. I don't think the enemy will have much resistance here. Sorry guys, excuse me. When looking at the playing field, our main objectives are gonna be these major victory points, okay? Or key points. So right now we're at total defeat. We have 3 out of 20 key points. We need this basically to get the victory here, and that's what we're going for. So let's see if we can't attack this unit and see what happens. Okay, so now I clicked on it and right clicked on the enemy position. We do not know what it is, we just know that they're hiding here. We know this is here, and we know there's something in the town as well, or the village. You should actually, guys, take a look at this map or this area in real life, like on the Google Maps. It's changed quite a bit. This is a modern highway going through it right now, and Kharkov is somewhere this way, or Kharkiv in Ukrainian language. So yeah, but what you do, you left click on your unit and right click on the enemy unit, and we will see what units we get into the battle. Hopefully we get all of our guys into the battle. Yeah, most of them. These two, actually not, but we have all of the infantry units and one tank unit, which should be enough, I hope. So here we go, guys. This is the battlefield. Right now, all of our units are disorganized and not set up properly. What I will do is set up my units. You do that inside this like a green area. So different companies have different areas which they can set up in. And yeah. So I will try to set them up to the best of my abilities, and then I will then I will continue the video when I've done that. The enemy is only able to set up in these blue squares. So that's positive for us, so we know he will not be here, for example. We know we can set up units basically as we please here. These guys, though, will be a bit more, we will need to take a bit more care placing these units, because they are pretty close to the enemy. And one thing I noticed in this game, or one thing that happens in this game, is that there's like a fog of war in the beginning. That is artificial fog of war. So for example, if I placed one of my units right here, within the first minutes there might be a Soviet squad right on top of it that have walked all along the road like this, and they will destroy my guys. Because there's a time there, like a countdown, that in which my units cannot see the enemy units. So yeah, but I will be back with you guys when I have set everything up, and I will go through with you a little bit what I've thought about when doing that. So here we go, guys. This is how it all looks set up, and I've handed out a few initial orders for example, these companies to move up, this one, and also these tanks to move along with the infantry as they're moving up. I will hand out some more orders now, though, so you can see that. But first of all, I want to start off with I'm sorry, guys, English is hard. With what we have on the battlefield. Here's the divisional HQ, keeping them here hidden. Hopefully they don't all get murked. And here we have the first company's command. First company has some tanks set up on the left flank. Their platoons, infantry platoons, are set up here, and support is also included. So we have the light infantry gun. We have MGs. So here we can see them. MG42 Cruise with a tripod set up. And we also have mortars, Granatenwerfer. So these guys are basically behind right now. Second of all, we have the second company with their infantry platoons already giving their orders, and their support trailing behind. Here we have the sixth company set up in this kolkhoz, like a communal farm area, waiting. I will have them, as soon as we get some more intel from here, move up along the road, because as we see right now, it's snow, and it's not only, we can check, it's -7 degrees. It's not the worst. The worst would be if it was actually closer to, you know, 0, because then it would get really sludgy. But I mean, it's still a pain in the ass for these guys to move through the snow. And that's also simulated that the Germans, they will get tired quicker from snow than the Soviets. It's snowing right now, but it will clear up soon enough. So for now we will have a bit more poor weather conditions, but they are looking to clear up. Anyway, reason I want them to move by the road is because they tire quickly in this snow. So yeah. We have, of course, we have the commander, we have all the infantry platoons, and we have the support squads ready to stand by. So also what I want to do, I want these mortars to set up actually like on the side of the house, because we have their firing platoon commander inside here, and he will be the one directing the mortar fire. So I want him to be in the house, being able to observe towards the village. Maybe he will have a hard time doing that, but we will see. He could probably at least get some rounds off towards the village, and I want the mortars to be outside flanking. Then we have the second tank platoon, or second tank company, sorry. So we have the company commander here and his colleagues in the command group. We also have the 2 platoons in the command company of Panzer II light tanks, which will act as, well, I think doctrinally maybe these are recon tanks, but I will probably get to use them inside Korotic later as infantry support with their 20mm guns. So yeah, here we have the recon battalion, or first platoon of the recon battalion set up here, and we also have this, as I talked about earlier, the first tank platoon. Then we have second tank platoon out here, 3 tanks. These guys, all these tanks basically, this Panzer IIIs, Panzer IIs and Panzer IVs, they're set up to be able to provide fire towards Korotic here and eventually move up as soon as the infantry has been able to. So we have the platoons of infantry here, and the recon platoon have started moving up towards Korotic, so through the, I don't know what this is. These are not, I mean, maybe they're farming something. I mean, it looks like they're growing trees. We do that a whole lot in Sweden. Yes, growing trees. Maybe it's apple trees, so they farm apples or something. I don't know. It doesn't look like apple trees. But I'm guessing these are supposed to be gardens of some sort, or like, yeah. So what I want us to do is, for now, these guys can move up, and then I want, actually, let's see, our first platoon. I want you guys to start moving up here and taking the old positions of second platoon. So these guys will move into their old positions, and company commander can move up as well. Let's see where we have first platoon's company commander. Let's see where you guys are moving. You guys are moving up there. We can move him up maybe along here. I don't know. And then we want our second platoon, or yeah, six company. Sorry, I'm mixing up platoon and company. Not you. We want you to move up around, maybe here will be good. So let's see how this plays up. What's gonna happen now, if everything goes as it should, is that all these guys should start forming columns and marching through these forest lines here. And tanks should go along the main road here, and these tanks should move along here. So yeah, here we go. I like to keep these moving lines on. This might look a bit bad for the video actually, so let's see if we can just turn them off. Here we go. And here we go. If I click on the individual units, yeah, then I can see where they're going. Or no, I cannot actually. Let's see here. Here I can't even see their order. Okay, this will have to do for now. This will have to do for now. So here we go. Panzer IIs and Panzer IIIs are observing. Maybe you guys can move up a bit as the Panzer IIIs are covering. So they're gonna form up and start moving out. They're unbuttoned. That's good. I mean, they can't see anything really otherwise. It would suck if we took a hit from somewhere here, but that's a playoff or like a risk I'm willing to take actually. So here we can see actually companies are starting to form lines and moving up along the wood lines. So yeah, this is good. Keeping themselves concealed as they're moving. We have not encountered any enemies yet. So here they have sent up one lone man in the front. Let's see here. So he will be the front man, or how can you say it, the point man. Let's see what you guys see. Yeah, you can probably see along the whole crossroads from there, so I'll choose to have you stop there, and you can stop right next to him. Or go up right next to him. Now, maybe you guys can start moving. Let's see here, actually. This is pretty interesting. Moving about a little, these cable guys. Maybe we have some other cable guys that are... Yeah, here we can see them. So they're moving out towards the village to set up cable out there and gain communications. Pretty cool. So I want you to actually move up as well here with them. So let's see here. We take it by road. So if you can get going. Yeah, so they will try to move this gun along the road. It's quite a light gun, so they should be able to do it. Oh, they just knocked down a telephone pole. Oh well. Yeah. They should be good. Link established. Let's see here. So then these guys have established a link. So these guys are establishing links all around now. They're going through to all the firing platoon leaders. Maybe they will start branching out towards the company commanders and everything like that as well. So yeah, would be pretty cool. Okay, Panzer 2s have moved forward. Now we move up with the Panzer 3s. So Panzer 2s are in covering formation. Can't see a lot, I think, but yeah, we will see. So here these guys go, and I want you to be like that. Turn in that direction. And you can cancel your orders now. So this should be a good position. Yeah, they have eyes all down the road. Very good. Very, very good. So this I'm a bit interested in the path taking, but yeah, we will see. So these guys should stop around here. This guy's moving up here. I mean, this is not really staying concealed, guys, but yeah. Pretty cool uniforms. They have the snow bottoms, some have camo bottoms. No, that's just... No, that's... I don't know if that's a camo. No, that's camo. So they have the camo mismatched. Some have them on top, some have them bottom. Very interesting. One reason why you might want to have camo on the bottom as or a snow like this guy has is because if you're standing along a wood line, like when it's like this type of weather, your camouflage will melt in. Like say you're walking along here, your top will melt in with the forest and your bottoms will melt in with the snow. So something actually done in, I don't know, at least the Swedish army. I think the Finnish army as well. I don't know, probably all kinds of armies, but you know. So here we go. Guys are already getting tired, so let's move them out, or like, let's, when they have moved out, let them rest a little bit. Here we can start issuing our first like orders. I want you guys to you can actually set up like I like the recon line, like this. You can set up like that. Okay. Here we have an enemy tank. Who has spotted it? None of these guys. Okay. You guys can set up. Take the fence here. You guys can take the fence here. Take the fence here, I guess. You guys take the fence there. Take the fence. Take the fence. So here I'm just telling them to find like good positions to set up in. There we go. Very well. Okay. Let's move out, spread out with the tanks and see if we can hunt this enemy down. I'm guessing it was one of the infantry. Here we see he's dug down, actually dug in. So they have prepared, here we go, another prepared position for a tank. Bit bullshit that I can see it like that, but yeah. So at least 2 tanks. Here we have more trenches, okay. Very interesting. We're quite set up in here. So there we go. Who can see it? You guys can see it, okay. What is it? It's a T-34, okay. You guys move up to around here. So we need the long 75s, I think, to damage it from the front. Maybe the Panzer IIIs can do something from the front, actually. Maybe. In the meantime, let's see if we can get our guys into a good position. Let's see here. Something's firing. I'm gonna tell all these guys to stay concealed. You can move up, take defense over here. And you guys, want you to take defense along here. Yeah, enemy contact, I know. That's it, no, nothing else. Okay. Let's see if you theoretically can see it even. Nope. He's in a death blade. Maybe you guys can see him? No. See, it's only the guys really at the front that can do it. Okay. So let's see if we can't move up our tanks into the... He's firing. These guys are firing. I've turned my sound down a bit for the video, actually, because it's so... some of the sound effects are very, like, strong in this game, and I don't feel like you should be subjected to that. But we can turn it up a bit later, like, later in the video. This guy has some drip on him, bro. That's crazy. Dude's rocking the fucking Canada Goose. Okay. So, I want you guys to actually move up here. And actually, I don't want it to be fast, and I want you to be buttoned. So I don't want them to go fast, I want them to just... Okay. I want them to just simply try to get there in their good old time. And I want them to keep their tank hatches up, because if they take a round with a tank, like, or I want to keep their tank hatches down, because if they take a round with the hatch open, it might have some devastating effects for the crew. Like, take a HE rounder. Okay. These guys have... let me just turn on the different markers so I can see who's looking at what and who's seeing what. And if they start engaging and such things. So these guys are seeing Soviet infantry move along here. Okay, cool. Okay. You guys are showing side armor, not very good. You're hitting the ground and some shrubs. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with the infantry combat in this game. Sometimes their fire is not so good. Okay, these guys are trying to navigate the forest. I don't know, he's probably... The thing is, the infantry tries firing at tanks to try to hit vision ports and such things. Which, in this case, I mean, not so good. I could tell them to, hold their fire, but... I don't know if that's a good idea. Let's see if he can see it. Barely. Let's move up a little bit more. Here we go. That's probably on the edge. And then I want you to turn that way. Very good. So we'll see when he starts identifying it. And you, what can you see? Nothing. So let's move you up beside your comrade. So the Soviets are moving this way, westwards. They're moving through the shrubs. I say let them come. We have this area under good control. Let's see here now. If we unbutton, maybe we can get them to start talking to the infantry close by, start voice communicating. Because this is just stupid. Okay. They have gotten radio, somehow. They've heard of the enemy on the radio, but they haven't, or I don't know. When it's yellow, it's an enemy that has been seen or been contacted with radio. I know white is that you can see it, and blue is that you have seen it but can't see it currently. So let's see when the guys start. Oh, there we go. So there we go. Now he buttoned up. Now we can communicate with the infantry nearby. Yeah, and I think that we removed something from the tank. Yeah, they tracked it. Or actually 2 road wheels were knocked off. And there we go, an ammo box or a toolbox on the side. Some sort of box on the side. And here we go. Under fire. Okay, from what? I'm counting that tank as good as that, the T-34 over there. Okay, these guys might be reporting that the enemy is firing at the infantry. Okay, we're firing into the woods. MG42 working. Yeah, there we go. They're dead. And they're smoking and dismounting, I would think. Yeah, hatches are opened. So let's see now that we have these Panzer IVs in a good position here, if we can't start moving up our Panzer IIs and 3 sections. So this platoon move up along here. These guys move along here. These guys move along here. There we go. So you might be wondering, why did it take so long time for these guys to identify the T-34? Well, you have to imagine from their perspective, they do not know yet that there is a T-34 there. They're sent along this road and they're sent out here and they're navigating shrubbery, and here they go. And I mean, they're scanning, you can see here, sight sectors. They're scanning, they have to scan all through all these vision slits and periscopes or oculars and everything like this. So they can't purely be scanning towards the front, and maybe one crew member sees it and then he has to relay that information. So it takes some time to acquire a target. And I mean, I much prefer that it's simulated, that it takes some time than it's instantaneous. So here we can see actually killed Red Army man. One is taking cover here, crawling. There's someone been hit here, blood on the snow, carrying a PPSH submachine gun. And there we can't see him anymore. He took cover too well in the snow. Okay, we have encountered some sort of infantry. Okay, this is the crew, I would say. Yeah. Some infantry guys were here as well. Some enemy infantry. So, yeah, let's stop our tanks for the moment. So they can fire at them. So yeah, here we have Soviet infantry out in the open. Caught in a bad place. And here we go. Yeah, this was a crewman. He took the MG with him. Another crewman went down as well. And there we could see quickly, just for us, like split second, probably the commander of the tank. So here they go, firing off MGs. Infantry is firing, everyone is firing. As they should. And these guys are also in combat over there, like these guys. So let's see what this looks like from the infantryman's perspective. They've thrown smoke, trying to take cover. One has been fought, or fought down, killed. This guy has been killed. Here we have him trying to run away. But I don't think they're gonna get very far. Better to keep your head down. Okay. Enemy contact. Yes, okay, that's just that. And here we go, actually. This is quite interesting. One could... Let's see here. We have mortars landing as well, so I don't know which mortars are firing, if it's from the Kolkhoz or it's from this wood line here. But we have mortars as well firing. Very good. So here we have maybe a squad of... Okay, he's trying to fire back. I don't think that will end well for him. That just shows him as a target. Yeah, there he went down. Or that was not him. Because we couldn't identify, or we could see that he has a Mosin Nagant, and we heard firing. It was a machine gun. Yeah, that was the machine gun, their DP-28 just went down. Very good. You guys, they sometimes do this dumb thing when they move up. They really screw around. Let's just tell you to be angled that way. Okay. Panzer III is moving. Okay, he's taking his own route. I'd rather you just go there then, if you're gonna be like that. Okay. Let's see then if we can't move up the tank platoons. Let's see. I don't want them to go fast. I want them to actually think about what they're doing. So, but I order all the tank platoons in the field out to move out. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea. And I don't want them buttoned, because I want them to actually see for themselves what's happening. Here I think we can just roll up at this point. And I will have you at the crossroads there. Okay, very good. And here we can see, I've used a lot of orders. I have to wait now until I issue any further ones. Okay, who ran out there? Yeah, yeah, that's the commander with a pistol, I would say. He's running back, I don't know, maybe to try to get into a trench, or here they usually dig a little trench for infantry nearby. I don't know what he was trying to do. That's the Panzer II firing with the 20mm. They keep suppressing until they're sure that everything is dead. So, yeah. And here we can hear rifle fire. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going off. Oh, it's a sniper. Very cool. We're not gonna hit much angling it up like that, buddy. I don't know. Let's see who's under fire. You are under fire. You claim. Okay. Keep going. Okay. You guys can move up here so we can have some support towards this area. And let's see here if we can get... Actually, I want you guys to move. Let's see here. Let's see how we want to do this. No, but you can keep moving covertly like we did before. Worked out quite well. Decently. Let's see here. We have... No, not you. I don't care for you. I don't care for you either. These guys. You can take up the positions. Actually, you don't need to move covertly. You can just take up positions. And don't do it fast, actually. You will just tire yourself out. Very good. And why not here? That seems like a good place, isn't it? And here we have the command team. Okay. Actually, a green flare just lit up. Here. That means that there's that's a flare that signals for an attack move. I don't know if it was ours or if it was the enemies. We will find out soon. Okay. It was the enemies. It's a tank. Light tank. Panzer 2 is our only close. Okay. Panzer 4 is actually locked in. Very good. Let's see. You guys, you move up here. Keep firing. Keep firing. Maybe you can help out if you see it. So these guys are not moving right now. Or moving like tactically because they're close to enemies. Which is very good. Let's see here. You all have orders now. Very good. Okay. And you guys, I want you to move up. Maybe here would be good. Okay. We're encountering enemies. Shouldn't be a problem. You can turn this way. Infantry. It's perfect for your 20mm cannon. We're taking fire. We're in a firefight now. But we should win. Yeah, under fire. I understand. And you can move up actually just here. This will be perfect. I don't need anything else. Who's seeing you? Who is seeing you? Okay, Panzer freeze. Actually, you can move up here. You see here, now they've stopped. They are not continuing on with their order. It's cancelled. And other squads that have the same like order, yeah, they have also been cancelled, except these guys. They're keeping on moving, which they will do until they encounter the enemy, which is very good. So here the guys are. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, two tanks. Not good, not good. But they are moving out to support the infantry. And let's see here. We should tell all our tanks to only target infantry. Or only... Damn. You reverse. Not executed. See, too low. There we go. Reverse and pop smoke. There we go. Very good. So none of these guys should now be targeting infantry. They should only be targeting tanks. Here we go. Let's see if our Panzer 4 can deal with this. Looks like a T-34. He's angling up. Come on. Miss. Simultaneously, infantry is firing towards the enemy infantry. Okay, very good, very good. Now we're firing. And you can stop, actually. We're taking MG fire. Hits. Probably from our own guys. T-70 and T-34 moving along the crossroads. Totally without hindrance from our own guys. Very bad. Here, maybe they took a hit, I don't know, that bounced off. Anyway. Okay, that sounded like an impact. Keep it up, guys. Very bad. Very bad. He's allowed to fire back. This is not good. Let's see how much oh, it's kinda hull down. This is good. This is good. Keep firing, Panzer III. Keep firing. And as well, yeah, our AT gun firing. And you should start firing sometime soon. I don't know. Infantry firing as well, trying to distract and also destroy vision ports and such things. This will be interesting though. Panzer IIIs and Panzer IIs versus T-30. There we go. Beautiful hit from the side. Beautiful hit. And it's burning. Nice. And another hit on the T-70. And there we can see dismounted crewmen on fire. You see this is what I'm talking about, guys. This attention to detail. Hatches getting thrown up. Infantry or crewmen jumping out on fire. I mean, it's really horrid. It's horrid. And here we have one. I think this might be a crew kill. It just stopped. Very well. Very good. And here we have our own tanks as well here. That have now set up in a attacking line formation. Very good. And these guys I'm wondering about. Let's see here. You are the guys I wanted to... Okay, okay. Oh. Damn. Big explosion from the T-34. That was the ammo. Secondary explosion. Very cool. Very good. We still have movement here. Let's see here. We have these squads. Okay, good. I want you guys over here to set up a defensive position along there. And I want you guys... Yeah, you're in a good position. Kinda good position. And you guys, you seem to already want to be on the attack, it seems, so... let's see if we can't do anything with this. I want to get a hold of all my squad members. Maybe get them formed up or something. I don't know. And you can move up here. Panzer II. So can you guys? Okay, let's see if we can't scout it out a bit. Let's see what's going on over here. The Panzer III can move up as well. Over here. Panzer IV, move up over here. You guys can stay here. Very good. Actually, you can move up here. That's no problem for me. Yeah. So these guys are taking fire, I think. Some bullets bouncing. Oh, he got stuck on a ledge or a snow edge or something. Okay. Let's see if you can't turn this way. Try your best. Okay, cool. Let's as well send out along the road. Who's under fire? You guys are under fire. Yeah, I understand. And let's not move fast along the road. I just want you to simply go by the road. the platoon leader to get up here. Maybe recon. And I want the first squad to be right there. I want the second squad to be right there. And I want the third squad to be right there. Hopefully they will start to be able to form up somehow. We can send you guys over here. I'm not taking so much into account where they are right now. We'll just have to wait for a bit and see that they form up where I want them to. These guys are a bit more tightly bunched up. This is good. There we go. Okay. Now you guys, I want you to actually start. I want you to keep going concealed all the way over here. All the way. Okay. So now we can see they're starting to form up in their formations. I want them on a line, so horizontally, one could say. This guy has already reached his destination. Very good. And yeah, this looks decent. You can move up with your friend. Here we can see from 6th company is moving out from the place. This Kolkos communal farm on by the road to conserve their energy. Very good. We can see a Soviet green flare signaling attack. Red flare is what we want to see, signaling retreat. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. So these guys, I want them to just get in a line formation and take cover here, so we can push towards Korotic. Okay, good. It doesn't seem like we have anything going on here. Yeah, good. The move command is just move. Should work well enough for me right now. Here we can see they're laying into them pretty good. So we have the tanks firing with MGs and cannons and main guns. Very cool. Very cool. Soviets seem to be withdrawing from their little position over here, but we're taking as well MG fire as they withdraw. Someone got sniped. Damn. Sorry about that, bro. Taking cover as they're retreating. This guy's carrying a pistol, isn't he? No. His weapon isn't just isn't modeled in. And why is because they do not have eyes on good enough. They know that there's a soldier, but they cannot see what weaponry he's carrying. Now we could see, oh, he was carrying a DP-28 or a PPSH. So sometimes it's modeled. It's not a bug. It's just that they do not have good enough eyes on to recognize. Okay, he's carrying this weapon. I want maybe you to start moving up this way. So what I'm doing when I get this little directional is I'm actually pressing them and then I'm pressing space. That means I can choose what direction I want them to be looking in or pointed in, or how you can say it. Maybe we can start moving out with some of you guys as well. I don't know. Quite big squads. Yeah, let's do that. Let's set up so you guys move along here, here, here. Get a good position going here. Okay, we have Soviets moving towards us, and we have true walls here. Walls of lead, hopefully. So yeah. You see them running in between the trees. Okay, cool. Okay. Ah, I can see why it's going so slowly. I had them on let's turn off this for everyone. Act with caution, because when you act with caution and a conceal move combined, they start crawling on the ground, you know? So, and that's really good. That's like, that's what you want them to do if you have them on the conceal move. But you want them sometimes to do that. But I mean, it's in this case, I didn't want them to do that, because that will take so long and they will deplete so much energy. Not good. Anyway, that was my fault. So here we go. Maybe we can start moving up with the Panzer 2. Panzer 4. Panzer 4. Should be good. Keep your eyes towards there. Here we have a true line, like a corridor of fire. Yeah, we can see here. Damn. This is a lot of Russians. A lot of dead guys. Yeah, I would try to run back to the town as well. No, wait, they're in a holding position. Impressive. Good discipline. Right. Here they go, firing again and again. I don't know what they're actually seeing, if they're seeing anything or if they're just... Maybe they noticed someone running here in the trees and they started engaging. Oh well. Here we can see tracers. Yeah, infantry is firing as well. We're on concealed move. Maybe they stopped for this. Oi, oi, oi. Oh wait. Nice. Nice by the MG42s. Nice firing. Very good. Yeah. That should make them think twice. Thrown smokes to conceal. They have an MG here firing back. Not very accurate fire maybe, I don't know. It seems to be quite spread out. But he's got a lot to fire at. Yeah, here we go. Nice, nice, nice. They acquired him. Very good work. Very good work, guys. Very good work. No shit that they have so many MGs, so they're all bunched up here. Not good. Let's see here. We will give the move command. Let's see here. Without cancel order. Maybe that will work out better. Here we go. Panzer 2s are moving into the fight. Very good. Maybe I can set one up here to have a look along this road. See what happened. See what's happening over there. Cool, cool, cool. Here guys are getting into position. Let's see how they're doing. Yeah, they are not tired yet. Okay. Maybe we can have you guys more oriented. Okay, these guys are encountering something here. I hope they can manage without me for a second. I just want to orient these guys up towards the enemies a bit more. Key point taken. I'm guessing that's the crossroads, and I want you platoon leaders to be up front, or platoon leader and his squad to be up front. Yeah, that's the crossroads we just took. Very good. Haven't lost another. Oh, here we go. Infantry are getting eyes on the enemies up here. Very good. Sounded almost like some machine gun firing here. Yeah, that sounded like the Russian PPSH. You see, this was very popular during the war as well. That like soldiers of different nations like to capture and use, weapons belonging to the other nation. For example, the Germans like the PPSH very much. It's a good little submachine gun, so you can understand why. What's happening here? Are you just smoking because you're using your engine so hardly? I don't know. Let's see if we can get you into here should be good. You can see, but you're a bit hulled down. And you can be right here, just observing through here. Should be good. We haven't lost a man so far. Very good. Very good for us. Let's see if we can't get like these squads more towards here. Like this. Because I want them to be able to in the future strike out quickly from here. Okay, very good. These guys have formed up after performing their movement orders. I do not have time for them right now. I want this squad actually to be the one that starts. Okay, it's not even in. Yeah, let's just wait. We can look at these guys for a bit. Let's see how these guys form up actually. Incredibly tightly. Maybe it's because it's cold. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, let's show how you can chain actually movements and such things. So first I want you guys to go by road like this, and then I want the platoon commander to go here, and I want the squads to move up like this. Should work out pretty good. So I only use the space bar there, only the space command. And I will do the same with you guys. Maybe you can be more here. You can be here. You can be here. Very good. Cool. And you guys actually... Who's taking fire? You guys are. Okay, cool. And the last guys here. Maybe, just maybe now, we can have them do some... I want them to just set up a line along here. But that would... No. I want them to move covertly up here. And then I want them to set up the line like that. Very good. Okay, cool. Here I want the mortar teams actually to move up by road here and set up. MG can also just move up there until I give you further orders. And you guys, maybe, I don't know, here. We don't need the anti-tank so much right now. And let's see here, we have mortars. You can move up. You can move up by a road. Let's see here. Who are your... Yeah, you're... yeah. I just wanted to see which company he belonged to. He can move up here with the mortars. He can move up here. You can move up here somewhere. I don't know. I just want him to move up. Link lost, of course, now that we started moving. Company commander. I want you maybe... You can move up here and take defense there. Your company commander, please take defense at the crossroads. Very good. See who's under fire. You guys are. Yeah, obviously. You can act with caution actually, so just lay down here. Okay, and we need to start getting a move on here actually. Let's see if we can't get you guys moving. And you guys as well. Very good. So this basically just means that they will move in a line, look for the enemy, and when they've spotted them, they will cancel the movement and start engaging. So here we can see these guys also trying to, you know, they have finish their movement order along the road, and now they will perform their secondary orders. And you, Panzer Force, can actually move along here. Let's see if this is counted as a road. Looks like some path, but yeah, maybe. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Let's just give the move command. They might do some screw shit, like try to move by this road and then take this road, and you know, like that. Let's see who's seeing that one. Okay, there's an anti-tank gun over there. One casualty right now. Okay. Actually an infantry gun, some sort of gun. This symbol is some sort of gun, but I thought it was an anti-tank gun, but it was an infantry gun actually. So these guys are taking a casualty. Okay. It happens. It happens. And here I want the tanks to start moving up along with. Yeah, they're already taking casualties, these guys, so tanks should definitely start rolling up. And maybe, just maybe, we can order some kind of observed fire over here. So actually I'm gonna show you a little trick, guys. If you just do this, you order, because I have hotkeyed everyone to 1. I press that one and you know, set observed fire. This means that they will try to bombard wherever I observed, or whatever I told them to. So we will see if that works out, if they can get eyes on. Tanks are moving up, very good. These tanks, I just want you to, you know, move up along this little, like, godly, or yeah, almost like a stream between the trees. Let's see how you guys are doing. Yeah, you have stopped your orders because you're in contact, as expected. Same here. Okay. I'm thinking we can maybe sneak up on this infantry gun a bit. You know, because of the concealment, like the vegetation. Maybe that's possible. Okay, 4 casualties. Something is happening. That's why I like to have this hotkey, so I can see, like, oh, did I suddenly lose a squad or something, you know? You guys actually move up here. Do it concealed, or in yeah, concealed fashion, covert fashion. And I want you to do it actually with cancel order command, so that's better. Here we go. Doesn't seem like anyone has any eyes possible on that position. The problem is I don't want to just... Oof. You took around. You definitely took around from that gun. Cancel the movement. Hopefully he can get eyes on. I don't think that gun should be able to pen us from the front. It might do some damage still though. But yeah, let's just keep him there. And you guys, I want you... Okay, here we go. Some tracers moving out. Yeah, he's definitely firing our tank. Not good. Yeah, under fire. Yeah, oh. Fuck. That was not a good hit. Oh, this is not good. Just move here. And you can move as well. And why are you guys not firing? Okay. Attack move. There we go. They're firing finally with the MG now at the gun. Can't see it any longer though. So these guys, this platoon, first platoon of first company took some bad hits from that gun. So I want them to be in more of a defensive posture. And you instead can attack towards here. There we go. This squad's still doing good though. Very good. Okay. Let's have you attack move. So this means they have no formation and they're free to maneuver as they please. Very good. And okay, why are we stuck then? For some reason this tank is stuck. Let's give it a reverse command and see if it can back itself out. These thin German tracks are no good in the Russian snow. Okay, cool. What I'm suspecting though is because they were not able to set up in this area that these houses might be empty. So let's have you who's the most to the right here? I guess you guys. I want you to just like mad dash it, like a mad dash across the field, just fast, just move fast across the field. See what happens. Okay. You guys are being no help. These tanks, totally useless. Okay, let's see if we can't move up the Panzer II a bit then. And I want to set out a priority target for this guy. So anyone who gets line of sight on him knows to prioritize him in their targeting. Probably kill another guy here maybe? No? Okay, eyes on a second gun. Let's see, you guys. You guys can see it. And this is also an infantry gun, okay. And they're retreating now. With some of the soldiers trying to return fire with their Mosins. Okay. I don't think there will be much of a, much of a threat for our guys. Maybe we can move you up along the road here. Maybe. Let's try it. Okay, so far so good for this group of men. These guys are walking through here. I think this might be just the stream that's frozen over. Might be, I don't know. Shouldn't build a railway all over a stream, but there might be like drainage underneath the snow here. Okay. Okay, guys. We've reached around the 1 hour mark now of the battle, and I will call it for here today. And I will continue in a next episode. So please leave a like and comment and tell me what you thought about this. It's my first video, so I'm definitely open to criticism, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.